So I'm going to explain to you a concept called value creation and value capture. Basically, there are two concepts, that is value creation and value capture. Over here I write value creation, I'm sorry for the marker, and value capture. Okay. So primarily the concept is that value is always created across the value chain of the industry, and the value chain consists of three main components, that is the buyers, the suppliers, and the firm, the seller of the component. So over here we have the buyers who are going to buy this product. Over here we have the firm who are the sellers of this product, and over here we have the suppliers who supply the product. Now, I said value is always created between these three people. So, primarily over here, if I make this as a chart, we'll start here. The value is going to be created in this box. The definition of value creation is that it is the difference between the willingness to pay and the resource cost. So if I assume that the willingness to pay over here is this threshold over here, this is the willingness to pay, and the resource costs are over here, then from here to here is what we call value capture. Often people would confuse willingness to pay as the price of the industry. A willingness to pay is very different from price. Now, primarily what is willingness to pay? If you consider a graph, willingness to pay is the idea that if somebody wants to draw from your bank account in exchange of a product, at what time you would become indifferent from purchasing or from having that product and allowing the guy to withdraw or to keep withdrawing from your bank account. In simpler terms, it is primarily the demand curve across, this is how economists call it. So this is not the price, but it is actually the demand in the industry for that product, which we over here call as willingness to pay. Now, in this graphical approach, if this were to be the price, if this is the price, then this area over here is called consumer surplus. And this is the area that you have primarily earned from your market activity, and it's your profit. So in this case, if we were to put a price, let's say this is the price, then this area is completely gone with your buyers. This area will be consumer surplus. Now this value, this is part of the value curve or the value creation that has been taken up by the consumers, because you have put down this as your price and you could have increased your price, but there are other reasons why we haven't increased our price. I won't go into that discussion. So this part of the value is taken up by your consumers. The remaining part is here. As you have negotiated with your consumers in setting up a price, your suppliers are going to negotiate with you. And primarily this area, they are going to have their costs and they are going to charge their margins from you. So this is the cost. And this is taken up by the suppliers. And then you are left with primarily this area over here, which is your profit. In simpler terms, The concept of value creation is the difference between the willingness to pay and the resource cost. Now, again, there are two concepts. Resource cost is not equal to the exact cost that would be charged to you for that product. Resource cost is the cost incurred on producing a particular product or incurred on giving a particular activity. This is the cost of the resources that are combined or compiled in order to produce the product or the service that you are enjoying. Similarly, the willingness to pay should not be confused with the price, because it's something really different. And the difference between these two elements is primarily the aspect of value creation. So there are three main important items over here. One is that value is always created across the industry's value chain, that is buyers, firms, suppliers. If they decide to work together, they'll be able to create value in the society. And then it is the share, how I have shown to you in this graphical approach, how this is distributed. This is the willingness to pay by the industry. This is the resource cost of the industry. And then there are individual shares between the buyers, the sellers, and the suppliers. Thank you very much. We can have a phone call if you like in order to explain to you a bit more on it. Take care. Bye.